Anyway, so Monday night, as I mentioned last week, I was going to be doing the goddamn comedy jam. And I busted out the old fucking John Bonham get up. And for the first time ever, I played my Ludwig 71 green sparkle fucking kit. I had my drum teacher swung by the house. He tuned the fucking things up so they sounded great. I'm like, I don't know how they're going to sound in the room. The fucking 2-year anniversary of Josh Adameyer's show, the goddamn Comedy Jam, which has now become a fucking pilot on Comedy Central. The show's just blowing up. So happy for all those guys. They had it at the Roxy down on Sunset Strip. Now, you got to understand, I came of age in the fucking 80s. Meaning I didn't get laid till the 90s. Anyway, yeah, that was a rough one for me, right? But basically, the fucking, just the bands that were going on, that were, the Sunset Strip was total, the fucking hair metal, the beginning of the metal with fucking Randy Rhoads, when he joined Ozzy and all those fucking guys. And then it went into the hair metal, and then Guns N' Roses pulled it out in the end, and then fucking, Warrant and all those guys. All of that shit happened on the Sunset Strip out here in fucking L.A., and I used to always read about the Whiskey, the Roxy, the Rainbow Room, back when I used to read Hit fucking Parade. Anybody used to read Hit Parade magazine? I fucking loved that magazine, They used to put all the curse words in there and everything. I would actually buy one of those off of fucking eBay just to read it, just to see. I read about all of those fucking bands. I knew everybody's name. I knew the names of every fucking drummer. I used to watch all the videos. I used to watch the Headbangers Ball with Randy Rockman. I used to watch the Top 10 Countdown. That was hilarious. It was either like Janet Jackson or some hair metal. And I used to think Janet Jackson was like fucking pussy music. But these guys who were wearing lipstick and had their hair all teased up like some desperate soccer mom trying to fall in the last dick of her life, I thought that was fucking guy music, Britney Fox, I've always brought that up. The Girls' School, all that shit, Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, all of that shit, right? I was into all of that. Then I started working in a warehouse, and I worked with these fucking burnouts they weren't burnouts. They smoked weed, but in my world, that meant you were a fucking burnout back then, because back then that was considered, it was bad. If you smoked weed, it was illegal. We didn't realize that, it actually helped with your fucking memory. Back then, we thought that, not your memory, it helps with Alzheimer's, whatever the fuck they're claiming. Who knows? The whole fucking weed thing it's like the global warming battle. I just think it's going to go back and forth, and then eventually booze bags like myself will finally give and be like, all right, you guys were right about the weed. Kind of way all the corporations finally went like, hey, you know what? Yeah, global warming is happening, and it is because of us, but, it's too late to fix it now. So I started working with these guys, and they played in a band, and I came from more of a jock town, right? Everybody just fucking played sports, or you just, I don't know, stood in the corner on a fucking wall during a party, That was basically it. Those were your only two options, the town I was in. And these kids were from a couple towns over, and everybody over there played instruments. And these guys came, I worked with them, they were playing guitar, and they were playing the shit that was on the radio, and I didn't, they were all my age. I was like, you can fucking get that good? That's amazing. And that's right then when I bought my first drum kit. I was 20 years old when I started playing fucking drums. I've done everything late in life. I was always I had day late and a fucking dollar short, right? And I bought a 5-piece Slingerland kit. At the time, I bought it in 1988, I think, and it was like 10 years old. It was all Bonham sizes, but it was more like the 5-ply ones. It wasn't the 3-ply shells, so they were already starting to fucking make them too heavy. But it was black, and it had, I can't remember the fucking sizes. It had an 18-inch floor tom, a 24-inch kick, and then what the fuck was the rack? I think it was like a 13. It was really weird sizes. And then later I went down to Al Drew's shop in Woonsocket, Rhode Island. I believe that's where it was. And I found a 16-inch floor tom, which was fucking unbelievable, that matched my kit. Even the badges said Niles, Illinois, sorry. And, you know, there was no fucking eBay back then. There was no way to track down all of this shit that people had lying around the house. I just went into that place. They had all these old drums, and they happened to have that. And I fucking bought that thing. I was 9 by 13, 10 by 14, 13, 14, and 18, and a 24 kick. So then I got the 16-inch. So now I had a 6-piece kit, which I thought was the shit. And then I got some roto-toms, put them on the other side of the hi-hat because I was watching Alex Van Halen, because it was all about having the biggest fucking kit you could possibly have. And then along came Guns N' Roses and a guy named Steven Adler, and he showed up with a little 4-piece kit, right? Rack tom, floor tom, and his fucking ride sitting in between the two, which was just, it was the shit. And he got more music out of that than half these fucking guys with double bass drum kicks, fucking 2 toms above each bass drum and 2 floor toms, right? And that just completely changed my life. So long story short, I used to always read up on all that. I try to figure out how to spin the sticks, all of that shit. And back in the day, all you could do was watch MTV and try to figure the shit out, or you just listen to the records. And we had it even better than the kids in the 70s because there was no fucking MTV. Maybe you caught him on, I don't know, Dick Clark fucking show or some shit. So, but all I used to ever hear about was, you know, if you wanted to fucking make it in rock music back then, you had to be down there. So here we are, fucking almost, Jesus Christ, 30 years later. I finally get to fucking go down there on a Monday night, and I got to play drums at the Roxy. It was fucking incredible. And I sucked when we practiced, like on Thursday. I sucked on Sunday. And then during sound check, I was only okay. And I was like, God damn it. I had all these friends coming down. I go, wouldn't you fucking know? Because, you know, I hadn't played since March, and I'm a comedian. So I already sucked even when I was playing. And so I went out, did my set, dressed as fucking Bonham, and I sat down behind the kit. And I don't know what happened. I just took it, I don't know, just kind of, fuck it, right? And I ended up playing, for me, I played great. I had the most fun. I was the loosest that I've ever been, and it was fucking hilarious. I'm playing the song, and Dave Kushner, who does the music for F is for Family and also was in Velvet Revolver, he was playing the song too, and he always, you know, fucks around and shit, makes me laugh. So I had this stupid fake mustache glued to my upper lip, and he was making me laugh, and I knew I couldn't smile or it was going to come off. So then half of it was fucking flapping. He started laughing, and then the thing literally floated off my face, and we were only halfway through the first song, and then I had this stupid bandana around the fucking John Bonham wig. That thing came off. Then the hair was in my face. I looked like the chick from The Ring, and my sunglasses started fogging up. So it's funny. I was on a green sparkle kit dressed as John Bonham, and we were playing AC/DC. None of it made sense. So of course it was, you know, working because, you know, we just fucking around. So then we did Highway to Hell, and in the end, that was the encore. We did Highway to Hell, and then we were bringing everybody out. Burr Kreischer, who fucking destroyed. He opened. He did Red Hot Chili Peppers, Give It Away Now, and not only did he come out just wearing the sock, he talked everybody in the band into doing that. I was not out there for that. And then Margaret Cho went up. She fucking killed it. Harlan Williams sang Eyes Without a Face. He fucking killed it. And then Ron White went up and sang Leonard Skinner, Give Me 3 Steps. I hope somebody took some video of this shit. So I had to follow all of that. And fortunately, it was a great crowd. And so in the end, they brought everybody out to sing Highway to Hell, and they kept me on drums. By then, the wig is in the face. I can't see through the fucking sunglasses. And in the end, they just wanted me to keep doing like the cymbal wash thing as they introduced everybody. You know, another round of applause for everybody. And I forgot, and I couldn't see, so I kind of stopped playing, and I kept hearing the guitars. It was a clusterfuck, but it was hilarious. And I want to thank everybody that came out. And I have to tell you, that's the best sounding fucking drum kit I've ever played in my life. 26-inch bass drum, and the way my teacher tuned it up and the way they mic'd it up, it sounded fucking unbelievable. And what I loved was everyone in the band was saying how great the fucking kit sounded. And I don't know. I have to figure out, I swear to God, I have to figure out a place where I can just set that fucking thing up. That's what sucks about having there's no place to play when you play drums. You have a fucking guitar, you can turn down your amp. There's no way to do it. And, as fun as those electronic kits are, I know I'm just talking drums on this, but who gives a shit? I barely ever talk this much about drums. They got these drums. Like, if you live in an apartment, right? The way it go, if you still want to play, is you buy a set of V drums. All right? Those are the best electronic drums, as far as I'm concerned, that are out there. You buy that mid-level one, so it's not that much money. There's always ones used on eBay. And then what I used to do was I would put foam down on the floor, then just build with little 2x4s and some plywood, just build a little drum riser, okay? Put carpet on that, foam, and then another layer of carpet, okay? And then you put the drums on top of that. And then what you do is you go downstairs and you meet your neighbor. You tell him, hey, I play drums. I'll only play this is what I used to do. I say, I'm stand-up, I work nights, all right? I'll play during the day. Only Monday through Friday if I'm going to play. I play during the day. If for whatever reason, if you're ever home during those times, here's my phone number. Just call this number and I will immediately stop. I mean, that's just the best you can fucking do. I told this story before. Then the guy ended up being a cunt. One time out of the 5,000 times I played, he ended up being homesick or some shit, or he had a vacation. And he called up, all right? I pick up the phone, I'm like, hello, and he just goes, can you knock it off? Like right out of the fucking gate. And I was like, all right, Jesus Christ. I was younger then. Now I would have been like, dude, hey, you don't fucking say that like you said it to me 50 fucking times, you cunt. I gave you my number. I couldn't be any nicer, all right? I'm going to stop, but go fuck yourself. And please call me again if I bug you. And I would have laughed at him, and I would have left it at that. But anyways, the reality is you're not playing drums if you're on an electronic kit. I can't explain it. It's weird because if you're playing electric guitar, you're really playing guitar. But there's just something about those electronic drums. I don't know. I think most drummers would agree with me. There's something you sit down on electronic drums and you're like, how have I not fucking toured the world as one of the greatest drummers of all time? I sound incredible on this fucking thing. And then what happens is, then you sit down behind a real kit and you actually have to make the sound happen rather than just fucking hitting somewhere on the pad and getting a nice snare sound or a fucking bass drum. Then all of a sudden you get on a real kit. You're like, oh, that's right. That's right. I'm not one of the greatest drummers of all time. It's the exact opposite. I'm one of the worst fucking drummers that ever fucking lived. This is an embarrassment. I should be on an electronic kit because at least those you can turn down. So anyways, I can't stop thinking of how fucking unbelievable those fucking drums sounded. Oh, dude, they sounded so fucking good. In between, we played If You Want Blood, and then when they were bringing everybody out, like, I still had to keep playing them. They sounded so fucking good. Played that beginning beat to In My Time of Dying. They just they sounded fucking amazing. Oh, it's killing me. I swear to God. Why the fuck did I build a gym out of because I didn't want to be a fat fuck. That would be hilarious if I built a drum room instead and I put those things out there. Nobody could hear it. And then I didn't work out and I got fat and I started looking. You ever see those awful pictures of John Bonham when he had the fucking wife beater on? Jesus Christ. Dude, he's like 27 years old back then. Like, people just looked so fucking old. I don't know what was going on back in the day, Thank you to everybody, once again, that came out to the goddamn Comedy Jam, and thank you to Josh Adam Myers and all those guys for letting me, I got to play at the Roxy, dude, dressed as John Bonham playing a 71 Ludwig. I mean, fucking, you know what I mean? That's some shit someday when I'm fucking old and I'm staring at the wall, still drinking, of course. I'm going out like Peter O'Toole, right? Still fucking drinking. I'm just going to have the greatest smile on my face just thinking about shit like that. Like, I fucking did that. That was so much fucking fun. And it was just great. I will do that show as long as they fucking do it.